So it's quite frankly been 72 hours with the Galaxy Z Fold 7. Now, Samsung released their flagship Fold flip phone earlier this year, and I got it with me, and I've switched to it. Now, I'm a heavy iPhone user, as you can tell by the iPhone 16 Pro Max and all my videos on Apple Watch Ultra and so forth. But the Galaxy Z Fold has absolutely blown my mind. I've watched reviews before I bought it, I checked it out, and I wasn't really pulled into grabbing a foldable phone just because I felt like the foldables weren't ready as yet, meaning the technology wasn't far enough where it would be worth spending $2,000 on a foldable phone. But I saw the Z Fold 7, I watched some reviews, saw how thin, I saw they put the 200 megapixel camera in there, and then I literally wanted to pull the trigger and just test out my first foldable phone. Now, a lot of you guys may know or may not know, but it's literally been over 6 years since I've used an Samsung or Android or a Galaxy phone as my daily driver. And with that comes a great amount of relearning, confusion. I felt like a toddler when I grabbed this phone and switched my SIM card over. I literally felt like a toddler with the phone. I didn't know how to get the apps up on the screen. I had literally had to relearn how to use the operating system, and that was an incredible experience. No, I don't want to ramble too much. I just really want to here to share my real life experience as someone who has switched from Android a long time ago, has been using iPhone, gotten into the whole Apple ecosystem completely, and then switching back and then seeing how that is. Luckily, there are a lot of times where you may have people who switch from iPhones who said, oh, the Apple ecosystem is better, it's super easy, or Apple makes higher quality products that's just better and blah, blah, blah. And I will speak to that later. But before you think about that, if you're watching this from your iPhone screen right now, that iPhone screen was made by Samsung. Samsung has been known to make some of the highest quality and the most amazing products here on out. It's just that Apple is really big in the US, and the US really pushes that exclusivity through Apple with the ecosystem is very lock-keyed and locked out. And so for those of us who have had experience with Samsung, understand the freedom of the things you could do in Samsung since the Samsung Galaxy S3, or even back when I had the Samsung Galaxy S8. Yes, the Samsung Galaxy S8, I had that phone back in 2017 or 18, and it was absolutely amazing. I fell in love with it, and I didn't want to go back to iPhone. But however, because there was such a bubble here in the US with iPhones, I did end up switching back to an iPhone for iMessage, FaceTime, group chats, all that stuff. And so there's a lot of new updates right now that really has opened up the world even more to having an Android even here in the US. And so times have changed. So it's a little bit different than when I first had my Galaxy S8 back in the day. Truthful and honest experience with the Z Fold 7. It has been amazing. I still have my iPhone 16 Pro Max with me at all times. I still use both phones, heavily. Sometimes I switch from this phone at the first part of the day and then switch to the Galaxy Z Fold 7 at the end of the day. And this is what I've learned. The Galaxy Z Fold 7 is an absolute workhorse when it comes to writing emails, multitasking, running a business, curating brand deals or sponsorships, or just getting work done. The Galaxy Z Fold is literally superior. And I'm going to speak on this from a biased perspective because I haven't done too much media testing on the Z Fold 7. But Apple products and the iPhone is just built for media creation and just media consumption. Apple is just really a media workhorse when it comes to editing videos, taking videos, posting videos, absorbing social media content. It has been a lot easier to do on the iPhone 16 Pro Max versus the Z Fold 7. And I say this just because, yes, when you unfold the phone, you literally have a wider view, so you can absorb a lot more content, you can multitask a lot more on it. However, at sometimes you just want to do something quick, and the simplicity of using the iPhone is just undefeated. And so I would split it into two categories. Z Fold 7, workhorse, productivity, money-making horse, multitasking, writing emails, just booking flights, just getting things done, taking it to the gym, watching a workout video. The Galaxy Z Fold 7 has won in all of those categories. When you just want to media content, workhorse, just getting work done, just grab it, go in the shower, in the pool. The iPhone 16 Pro Max is definitely for that. However, I will say this, is that you can get all those things too if you got the Galaxy S25 Ultra. Then those things will literally be the same. So I've paired my CMF watch with my ZFold 7 and the experience has been amazing. I do have an Apple Watch Ultra 2 and I've put it aside just to fully dive into the Samsung ecosystem. But in the end, I really do believe that the Z Fold 7 is probably the phone of the year. It's probably the best phone Samsung makes. And I know the S25 Ultra is amazing, but when it comes to innovation, the power, the durability, you need to see the durability test by Jailbreak Everything. That's first and foremost. Stop this video, go watch it, then come back. The phone has a massive screen when it folds out. It's a lot wider in your hand. It feels great. It's a 200 megapixel camera now, which has literally blown my mind, and I can't wait to do a little vlog on this with the phone and then post it to my YouTube channel to compare how it is versus my actual $3,000 camera. And so I'm really excited to test that out. There has been a lot of complaints about battery life, but for me personally, the battery life has been great. I charge it up to like 80%, 95, and then just run it down and been using it, and it lasts me a while. I'm not sure what you're doing on your phone, but the battery has been great, and I've been learning how to do certain things in the phone settings to speed it up, and it's been great. So I have no issues with the battery life at all. The new Ultra screen is absolutely amazing. It's bigger, it's wider in hand. You can fold the phone and literally use it like your normal regular phone. Yes, it's a bit smaller than the iPhone, but if you have a regular iPhone 16, not the Pro Max like I do, then it's gonna feel literally the same when you try it out. And so that's one myth that we just gonna bust right away. Now, I would have to call myself a long time Apple fanboy who just always loved Apple. I've had almost every single iPhone, from the iPhone 3GS, from the iPhone 6, 5, all the way up to the iPhone 16 Pro Max. I've been using Apple phones for years. And honestly, this is the first time in a long time where I've fully considered switching complete to Android and staying with a Samsung Galaxy phone from here on out. Now, I think I will keep an iPhone with me, so when the iPhone 17 does come up, I will grab the iPhone 17 Pro and test it out, but I might use the iPhone 17 Air as my driver because I really don't need to be so indulged in the Apple ecosystem anymore because Samsung is so much ahead of the curve. Now, I also heard that Apple is going into production with their foldable phone, and we'll see what happens with that. They're probably gonna sell it for like $4,000, $5,000. So to get to the point, is the Z Fold 7 worth the $2,000 price tag that it has? I will have to say yes. Yes, it's worth it. If you need a great phone for productivity, for work, if you like getting things done on your mobile, if you run businesses on from your phone, if you make millions from your mobile phone or thousands, it's gonna be worth it. And I have to say, this device is 2025's best mobile device of the year. It has to win the award. It's just simply too amazing. But leave your comments down below. I know it's a short video, but let me know your thoughts. Will you be grabbing the Z Fold 7? And if not, let me know why, and would you like to get this one that I have? So comment down below if you want this one. Just say give me, and then let me know your thoughts. See you guys.